Okay. Welcome to the Bear Witness Podcast. I'm Pearly Don.
And you're talking to SR7G.
E Supreme, you already know.
Before we go any further, please sub the channel, hit the like button, and get next to us. Also, drop a line in that comment section. We appreciate any and all comments. Yo, what's good? What's good, my people? What's good? What's good? How y'all doing, man? What's poppin'?
Everything is good, man. I mean, it's a good and a bad week to keep it on the stove. Those two National Guard soldiers that got shot at the DC, that was whack. Remember, we had an interest in being National Guards once upon a time?
Once upon a time.
Yeah, right after high school. We weren't too sure where we wanted to go with life. We was about to go full metal jacket it. So when I heard that, it always is like a reminder of like, why I didn't want to go into that. Not saying I'm a coward, but it also supports conspiracy theories that's out there, because it's like this all of a sudden happens right after your man Mahdizi come into office, right? And then Trump threw the National Guards in D.C. prior to this, and now all of a sudden it happened. And your man comes out as being former FBI or CIA affiliate. The shooter.
Really?
Yeah, he was working with the CIA and the FBI.
That's all type of fuckery that be going on nowadays,
man. The two soldiers that got shot, I heard they just got in.
Yo, Shorty was only down for like a year and a half.
That's why they could be sacrificed.
Yeah.
They knew in the game. Yo.
Yeah. Sacrifice.
That's a strong word.
Yeah, but it's conspiracy themed.
Yeah, listen.
Yeah, in my eyes. And it's whack, it's wicked. It's hideous.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, she only was down for like a year and some change.
Sad,
the guy,
man, sad.
He's fighting for his life in critical, and
sad.
Just for Trump to bring the National Guards there, and now this happened, it's like, to me, that's just too intertwined too well and too weirdly, But aside from that, man, I mean, what's on your scope?
E, what's up, man?
I mean, it's a smooth week. Honestly, holiday week, whatever.
Oh, yeah. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays to the people, man. For
Happy
real.
Indigenous.
To the people, man.
It was a short work week, so everything went smooth.
Yeah.
Downside to the week, when I go to work, I usually park in the garage, whatever. I kind of work in the hood, so my shit is tucked away. Short work week, I'm getting early parking spots, whatever. I park there. Was it Thanksgiving night? I'm driving to go pick some
let me take a sip.
I realized the back of my bumper, my bumper broken. Headlight, the tail light shot. I'm like, what the fuck happened to my car?
Wait a minute. When you say shot, you mean it was cracked or?
It's broken.
Oh, I thought a straight bullet in it.
Nah. I ain't working the hood like that.
Oh, I was like, damn.
That's a violation, man.
And at the same time too, it's like, it's an inconvenience, but I didn't stress over it. I wasn't upset.
That's a good perspective.
I found out when I found out. I don't know how long it was there. I do know when it happened, possibly, because it was only a 3-day week. I know where I was parked those 3 days, so I'm like, I know what happened there. Don't know who did it, obviously, but man, it is what it is. Honestly, I ain't stressing over it.
You can't do anything, but you can't do anything about it. At the end of the day, when you see stuff like that, it hurts. It sucks because you work hard. You know what I mean? You work hard, you purchase, you make your purchase, and then you come outside and you see the violation. Yeah. And it's like, you want to go ham, but who you going to go ham on?
But genuinely, I didn't even want to go ham.
Oh, you didn't want to go ham?
I was walking my man to the car, and he noticed it before me. He was like, yo, why your light look like that?
Yo, isn't it somebody always got to notice your shit fucked up before you. Like, they looking for it to be fucked up.
That's my car. I drive it every day, so I'm not really paying attention. Let me inspect my shit, whatever.
Yeah.
So he's like, yo, what's going on with your car? I'm like, what you talking about? I'm already getting inside. So I walk around, I look at the back, I'm like, oh, shit. It is what it is, bro. We out. Like, I can't do nothing about it right now.
You got off lucky.
It's a good perspective, man. A lot of people don't have that. A lot of people hold things and it tears you down internally, but that's good. You got over it quick.
I say you got off lucky because had you seen the culprit of the person, that might
have because now at that point it's like, you was trying to duck off and I saw you hit my shit. But like I said, I don't know when it happened. I don't know who did it. My shit is covered. I got full coverage.
Oh yeah.
It goes back to the whatever.
Love is
like
love.
what I always say at the end of the show. Do the day and let the day do you.
Oh
yeah.
That's actually that lines up well with that.
Basically that's it right there.
What's going on with you though?
Oh, now, well, same old, keeping it light, man. Enjoyed the holidays, and I watched this documentary the other day, the Eddie Murphy documentary, man. And
I want to see that.
know there was
oh
one.
no,
Yeah,
yeah. And this man, I brought it up in a short. You guys probably seen it. Of course, my
Naturally.
people seen it. And it was about, I was talking about originality, people being unique. And I mentioned De La Soul, their new album and stuff like that. And it's just a breath of fresh air when you see artistry, when you see people that come and put their heart and soul into it. And Eddie Murphy, his whole catalog is crazy. And a lot of people maybe your age or younger than you, y'all don't know this man is the GOAT. He's a beast. Like all the way around the board, from movies, from everything this man has touched. Stand up. And they kind of like, people say he's a great comedian. He's the GOAT of comedy, right? But
To me.
yeah, to a lot of people, right? But the thing about it is, that's kind of lessening his greatness. It's like Steph Curry.
By specifying comedy?
Yeah, because it's like Steph Curry. They say he's the greatest shooter that ever existed in basketball. To me, Steph Curry is one of the greatest basketball players. Don't diminish Steph by saying he's just a great shooter.
Yeah,
Don't
I
diminish
get that.
Eddie Murphy by saying he's the greatest comedian. No, he's a great actor. That's it. He's played every role that you can imagine, played every character, and had a beast of a career. And for that reason, I brought the championship belt.
Yeah.
But on the Bear Witness Show, my man Eddie, for Trading Places for 48 hours. I first discovered this dude on Saturday Night Live on SNL. Was funny.
Mr. Rogers?
That's when he was still funny. Yeah. When he did Hot Tub with James Brown and all of that. When he dressed up like a white man and
I like that you said when it was still funny.
when it was still funny, because it's corny. It's been lame for years. But championship belt for Eddie. Get that, man. He's a GOAT. And everybody needs to check out Skinny Eddie. For those your age, don't check out Bigger Eddie. Check out Skinner when he's frail. That's when he was a beast.
When his body?
Body, when he's skinny. No, when he's skinny. They said that in the documentary. Jamie Foxx said that in the documentary.
I got you.
He said, yo, Skinny Eddie was the beast.
But he was a skinny dude when he did what was his stand up Delirious.
But what is
That's early Eddie. That's Skinny Eddie.
What does his weight have to do with
He's hungry. He's hungry. He's
Oh,
hungry.
it's a metaphor.
He's hungry. Yes.
I thought you were talking about that man's body.
No. It's like when they say Fat Luther was dope. Fat Luther Vandross.
Okay.
Same thing with Eddie Murphy,
All
bro.
right.
Jamie Foxx.
Yeah, Luther
Vandross. Luther Vandross.
Because that name is kind of crazy.
Yeah, but
Luther.
Skinny Eddie was a monster. He was a monster.
Thanks for making that clear. Because I was like, when did Eddie Murphy do porn? Like,
y'all be thinking, y'all minds is too perverted. You know what I'm saying?
Don't sound like y'all in there. I didn't say nothing about this.
Yeah. Minds is too
but when you
perverted.
heard Skinny Eddie,
Yeah, it threw me on for a second.
I wasn't thinking about his financial status.
I mean, notice everybody in sports or anybody in any kind of thing you think of, like entertainment wise, when they're thinner, is when they're hungry. They didn't eat. They didn't start eating.
No money yet.
Yeah. So exactly.
I know me. That's like saying, yo, I never been homeless a day in my life. Thank God. But you gonna see me skinny in one day, but the second I got a job and I'm making some money, I'm gonna put some weight on.
Your caloric intake
And
is
when-
going to increase.
And that's what I thought he meant by skinny Eddie. I'm like, he wasn't making no money yet.
I thought he meant, that's what I thought too. I thought his body.
Think about it. When you're in that position, a lot of people, when they're not making that type of money and they're hungry, they go extra hard.
Skinny was the man.
They go ham.
I got you, but you know what it is too? If you think about an athlete, I would never say, you can't really say skinny Mike Tyson was better than, or
Yes, he was.
LeBron.
Yes, he was.
Whoa.
Skinny
Mike Tyson was never skinny.
He was, but he was
205
all right,
pounds.
but later in his career, he was heavier. He was more. He was not as toned and
but
cut
I would
up.
never call him skinny.
All right, but you know the analogy I'm trying to say.
I know, I got it.
So
Now I got it.
Now I got it.
Yeah.
Right. Now I get it. Yeah, take us up to that.
Even myself,
The skinny
man.
Eddie.
Even myself, when I was skinnier, I was better. I mean, just
Eddie
being real.
podcast.
I was skinny. I was better.
Right. Better at what?
Everything.
Name one thing off the top of your head. Skinny you was better than
But let me do
Now,
something real quick.
in what regard?
Skinny you was better at something, or skinny you had less body pain, so you did better at things.
No, I was better. I was better. I was
'cause-
faster. I was faster.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, my speed, quickness, agility.
You was just able to do it for longer. Because I'm not gonna lie, I'm 25. When I was 17, 18, my 60-yard dash was 6 seconds. 6.3, 6.4. I was fast as fuck.
That's crazy.
That's
I was
wild.
fast as
You
fuck.
sure?
That's wild.
Positive.
That's almost
Positive.
world class. That's crazy.
Positive. But 60-yard dash. Yeah, I played baseball.
Bro, 60
So that's 10 yards a second.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But now me 25, I can't do that.
Wow.
I play softball. I play men's league softball. I be jogging, whatever. Niggas is older than me. I don't gotta put too much effort. But when I gotta turn that shit on,
Yeah.
I pop a hamstring.
Because-
I can't do
That's
that.
fast. Since we speaking about the body so much, our functional frequency theme question this week was, is it okay for parents when it comes to sex, right? We teach our kids about the birds and the bees, and we teach them how to be careful in the whole process of how sex and everything takes place. But is it cool for parents to teach their kids how to get it on? Here's what the people thought. Hey, what's up, Kia? How you doing?
I'm good.
All right, I want to ask you a question for the Bear Witness functional frequency moment. Are you a parent?
Yes.
Okay, so here goes the question. How do you feel about teaching your kids sex education? You cool with that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, what about teaching them how to actually do the act of doing?
That's weird.
Yeah?
That's weird behavior. That's where I draw the line.
How so?
Because you're going to do that on your own. You're going to figure that out on your own. I'm not going to be sitting there, oh, you do this like this and you do this like that. And I have a daughter. So, I mean, I have sons too.
Right?
Either way, for me, it's still weird. That's where I draw the line. Of course, I'm going to teach you to always be, safe and protect yourself. But other than that, I'm not going that far.
Okay, so you just rely on friends, peers, and whatever they see on television to teach them?
No, I give them resources. Magazines, clippets, stuff like, that you could look up and give your kids.
Yes.
Yeah, there's so much of that out there rather than, being a weirdo and getting a cucumber or banana and this is all you do. It's not uncomfortable. Like, that's just weird to me. It's just not for me. I'm just like, it's kind of cringy. I mean, for a male to teach his son in a way to do that with those objects, okay, fine, teach them how to be safe. Actually doing the act, no way.
Okay.
That's too much.
All right. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Yo, so Nick, what's going on with you?
Hey, what's up?
All right, cool. So today's question is basically, as a parent, everybody guess feels like it's okay to talk about sex education or take their kid to the museum of sex and so forth and all this other stuff. Do you think there's a problem with parents actually teaching their kids like how to actually like get it on gender to gender?
I don't think that's a problem. I just feel like my preference, like, they gotta be a certain age, but like, I'm not about to talk to them about sex when they 3 years old, 5 years old. You feel me? When they teenagers and you see them getting little boyfriends, little girlfriends, and stuff like that, I feel like that's when, like, hey, let's sit down and talk about what the birds and the bees is, Getting into detail, like, on what you should do, I feel like that may be a lot. Like, just on, you feel me? Unless they ask me, like, Mom, like, I want to know this, how you do that, and third, and maybe depending on, you feel me, like, if it's my son, I would prefer you go to your dad, maybe ask your dad a little more about how you get into it with the girls and stuff like that, into details and stuff, if he's comfortable with teaching you that. And, like, with the girl, like, if she asks me, like, I'm not about to just, oh, this how you, this how you,
Right,
I'm not
right.
about to do all that. Unless you maybe ask me and I'm gonna find the not too crazy, freaky way to teach you, I'll do that. But when, like, it's your age, maybe like 11, 12, 13, I feel like that's a good age to teach them about the birds and the bees.
All right, cool. Thanks. Okay, what's up, P?
What's up?
Question. How do you feel about the question that we asking for the week in regards to if it's cool for parents like to teach their children how to, engage pleasurably gender to gender with a partner? You think it's something that's appropriate?
Well, I don't want to sound like a hypocrite, but I think it's okay for a father to teach their son that. But as far as a mother teaching their daughter, I don't agree with it.
Why not for the girl?
Because it's a touchy topic. Like, how do you teach your daughter, how to take the penis? It's just a little weird.
Okay, but for a guy, it's cool.
Yes.
Why? Because you feel like it's like just common man cave talk?
Yes.
Okay.
And then you teach them how to protect themselves and
so forth.
yeah.
Cool.
Wow, that's a real question right there.
Yeah, because it's like, for me, son, why not, man? I'd rather teach my son how to get it on opposed to his best friend's older brother or that porno that they find in your house under the dresser.
You still got those?
Nah, not anymore. Once upon a time.
My porno stash was
crazy.
my legendary.
West Coast Productions.
I didn't even grow up with a porno stash. I just had to clear the history on my phone.
Oh, you talking about Pornhub and all that?
Yeah, he grew up in a different time.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I didn't have to hide no
You never hid magazines behind your toilet.
No.
Okay, all right.
I never even had to look for them.
Yeah.
That's a shame. You'll never know what Blacktail magazine is.
Oh my God,
That's
Hustler
crazy.
magazine.
Oh, Hustler.
See, but now that's the thing. Not to jump off topic.
Nah, stay there.
we
Magazines is like. I grew up, like you said, I grew up in a different era.
Yeah, no doubt.
My first real cell phone was an iPhone. Old one, new one, whatever. It was
That's
an
amazing.
iPhone. Yeah. First ever cell phone was a flip phone, but whatever.
Yeah.
Next time. I had the internet. I never even was like, yo, let me see what Pops got. I never.
Wow.
That just wasn't what I had. That wasn't my time.
Well, me personally, to that question, it's a rough one for me because I have old school Caribbean parents, right? So, sex, we never talked about. I didn't learn anything from my parents from sex. Nothing.
I didn't learn anything
Nothing.
I did.
The only thing I think my mother ever told me was just be safe. That's it. Be safe could be anything. I walk outside, be safe. That means anything. So literally, with them, it would be weird to have a conversation like that. Like I remember my son. I felt weird going to my mother and telling him, I got a baby on the way, and I was 21, 22. I felt mad crazy just sitting down with her like, mommy, I got a baby. I didn't even know how to go about it. So
You should have told her a stalk brought it.
I should have. But she was cool with it though. She was cool. She was regular with it. But to have that type of sex conversation with my kid, and like how to be descriptive, like break it down, like if I smacking it from the back, smacking the cheeks and all that from the back, like that's what we're talking about. Like
my mother did it. She didn't do that, but when my mother got pregnant with my brother, because I was already 12 when my mother. Right.
Me too.
Okay, so feel me. My mother sat me down and said, "Boom, here goes the sex book." Like I didn't know a little bit about the birds and the bees already.
Yeah.
She showed me the whole process, the whole act, all that. Kapoof, and then.
Wow, I didn't know your mother put you on like that.
Yeah, a book. She was a single parent at the time, and my pops had already bounced, and she met somebody new. So she was like, "Well, let me just do this, I guess, anyway, just in case this dude didn't know." And
So
you can never say I never told him.
So now to piggyback off what you said, because you said your mom at least put a book out. From what I remember, I never had that conversation with my mom.
There you go.
Never, not once.
There you
Now,
go.
I also didn't have a father growing up. Mm-hmm. I have a stepfather. Shout out to him.
No doubt.
Didn't
Salute.
have to be a dad, but he chose to.
Salute.
But now, even him, by that time, I think by the time my step pops was around, I was like 7, 8. Still, I never asked the question.
Yeah, but at 7, I'm not telling you about
Yeah.
that.
But
So-
even now, 7, 10, 13, whatever, I don't remember ever asking that kind of question.
Well, my thing is this: would you talk to your daughters about?
Yes. But this is how it go. I would talk to them about sex.
But
I already have to my 13-year-old. I already spoke to her about it.
No, but
Here we go.
Okay.
I think the gender thing plays a big deal.
Okay.
I spoke to her about safe sex and this and that and the third. And I spoke to her about what would be a proper forum and time in your life to do something like that, right? But I would never go into the act. Now, if I had a 13-year-old boy to tell that to,
I'd give him a little more detail.
But what details are you talking about? Like, you know, if
No,
you're in the car, you just
I
pull
could
her
be
head down like this. And, so what are we talking about?
Picking the right hole. I feel like that. Every kid should learn that.
I feel with a younger boy, you go to this extent. You would tell him this, that, the third, the birds and the bees. You would tell him about feelings. You can explore more with puberty because you can relate.
No, that's cool.
But then I think when I would tell him about how to lay it down, yo, if you're old enough to go to the military, man, we can start having that conversation. Because you don't need to watch a porno with some dude from God knows where, jerking off up here with it, making all these crazy gestures. You got your kid outside using unclean sex toys and shit,
And I feel like
and pleasure products.
I feel like that's where, you know, like we already said, y'all grew up in a different era. Y'all might have magazines, whatever.
Not no more.
But no, I'm saying like
Not back in the days, yeah.
But like even me now, I wouldn't. My concern is if my kid already knows something about it, because at the end of the day,
Yeah.
be real. By the time y'all had that conversation with your parents, you knew something.
Yeah, of
Right?
course.
So now, but I feel like it gets twisted when, okay, if you already know something because you watched porn or have seen some shape or form of it, that's your first impression. Like that's all you know right now.
Yeah.
So if we're gonna go into detail,
That's
I feel like
dangerous.
that right, exactly. But I think the first time my mom ever even heard anything that, like, my mom knew I lost my virginity, but that's because I had whispered it to someone else and my mom overheard it. So now that brought up the conversation of, did you use a condom? You know,
Good.
that
That's the extent she should have taken it.
but I feel like that was the only bit.
Of course.
But with my mom, though.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Even with my step-pops, he never questioned me. I never asked questions. So, but I did, growing up to at least 7, 8 years old with only my mom, I had an uncle who was like a father.
Yeah,
I had
good
a
role
grandfather
models.
who was
Good,
like a
great
father.
role models.
Right.
Yeah.
Even the women in my family, I'm a predominantly female family. Me being one of the few males in the family, they're gonna throw hints at it, but not a single person. Maybe my uncle, when I hit 14, 15, he went into detail like what kind of girls you like, whatever.
Yeah.
But nobody ever asked me questions.
I've never had no conversation. Listen, and I don't want to. No, there's no disparaging the porn industry. I grew up on the porn industry.
They taught you.
Yeah, they taught me a lot.
Me too.
So with the magazines, I remember my parents, my mother and father caught my whole stash. I had about 500 magazines underneath my mattress.
500?
Yeah, about 500.
Wow.
And I was
You bought 500 magazines.
no, I didn't. I stole them shits. But yeah, but
Nigga said he had a twin mattress that turned into a California king.
yeah, and when they found it, they sat me down and they wanted to send me to see a doctor. They thought I had a problem, like a mental doctor or something. Like I had an issue. Like seriously, like why do you have?
Christian shock therapy.
Yeah, but the thing about it is, to this day, I'm hurt over those magazines, man. That was my stash. That was my stash. But I learned
You
a
want to
lot.
pass them down?
Maybe.
Who
But
knows?
now what? As an adult man with kids, I don't have kids. Two of y'all have kids. You have a daughter. No, that's
Daughters.
a topic.
Yeah.
But still,
I got son. I got
Yeah, but now, if you, let's say to this day, y'all had y'all magazines, what the fuck you gonna do with
Oh
them?
no, I
Oh, no, now.
I wouldn't
Yeah,
consider
okay,
it-
so
no,
now
no,
that's
no,
my
no.
question. Like, but because I never grew up with no magazines in the crib, do y'all pass those down? You throw
I
them in
would.
the garbage.
No, because it's a lot of stuff might be on that magazine. You don't want.
No.
No
I
funny
can't- I
shit.
can't vouch
That's
for that
always
one.
been a question of mine. What happens with those magazines when you
The
done
pages
with
be a
them?
little sticky. You know what I'm saying? Like you
You
can't.
put them in a plastic wrapper like a comic book. What you doing?
I can't vouch for that one. But if I had an 18-year-old son and I noticed I overheard him, like you said, somebody heard yours on the wing, right?
Yeah.
If I heard him talking to somebody and he was like saying, "Yo, man, this is like the second or third time a girl like kind of dipped out and went somewhere else," I would have no problem taking my son to go shoot some hoops and say, "Hey, yo, I hear you, doing this, that, and the third, and so forth." I'm not gonna get all crazy and teach my son how to
And
do
that's how you would bring the conversation
tornado
up?
tongue. Yeah.
So you
But
would bring it up.
yes, I'll
Okay.
teach him all that.
But
Yo,
let me-
man, oil
let-
drill. recurving cyclone, all of that. Yeah, man. All those moves.
Nah.
See, that's my special delivery.
But
That's
let
my
me ask
shit.
you a question, though. Let me ask you a question, because in my experience, I feel experience is the best teacher with sex. So what I'm saying is that when you first start
You
out,
get your
me,
own
when I
rhythm
first
too,
start out in the
yeah.
game, you trash, you suck, you're lame. Unless you're like Superman Kal-El and you just come out the gate crazy. In the beginning, you're trash.
Shit.
I wasn't
learn-
trash. I watched so much
don't think
porn.
I was
No,
trash.
I copied them. I copied them.
You know how I say?
I copied them.
Hold on. You
I
can
copied
copy
them
all you
pretty
want.
well.
You can copy all you want, but this is real. When you look at yourself through the years, there's a prime level, right? The beginning is not your prime. You're not
It wasn't my
experienced.
prime.
You're not your experience
Yeah.
at your prime.
It's
You
at
don't
least,
know.
it's at least like third person.
I was
Yeah, you
selfish
don't
when
know.
I was young. I was selfish. I'm sorry too. I was selfish. Good.
You don't know
Like
everything.
you over her?
No, like I was getting to get me off first before
Right.
them, and I apologize if y'all watching.
Oh,
But,
I've
wasn't
never
like
been.
that.
I've never been that. I've
I wasn't
always
like
wanted
that.
to get the female off first before me.
So what was bad
but
about
see,
your performance? Because you said trash.
Because you don't, even if you're watching porn, it's trial and error. So you're going and each woman is different. So they respond and
I was
react to
about to bring
different
that up.
things. So that's why experience teaches you that. So in the beginning, you're not nice. I don't care
Okay,
who
but
you are.
the first time ever, was the girl
I was a
older than
natural.
you or younger than you?
Huh?
Your first time ever, was the girl older than you or younger than you?
Older.
Okay, my first time, Shorty was older than me too.
Yeah.
But I don't think she was any more experienced than I was. But because she was older than me, it was like a year or two difference. I asked. I was like,
Oh,
you like
you-
that? Like,
Oh yeah, I did. I do.
Yeah,
I-
okay,
yeah,
okay.
Of course.
but,
yeah.
but now that's
So then what
I'm
made you
saying.
trash
That's
then?
what I'm saying.
I'm still trying to figure
when,
it
I'm,
out.
when I'm comparing to myself and what I know now,
I think my stamina was trash.
what I know, but when like I said, when you know now, what you know now, as for when you first started, you could know everything until you tried out trial and error and go through these motions and go through these situations. To me, all right, now you get to this optimal level. Now that I'm an overseer now, I'm a master now. Like
He was skinny Don P.
Skinny prime.
Yeah, well, anyway, son, whatever, sons out there, I don't look down on y'all being taught by your father, the old man. If he could teach you, like I said, where is Thumpkin, recurving cyclone, the oil drill,
but what is
reverse
the
cowgirl.
what's recurving cyclone?
The
What is
recurving, well, the old school dudes would call it churning the butter. When you get in there and you stir and you wind it up.
Oh,
The
okay.
recurving cyclone is when you know what I'm saying? You just let it.
So you had a playlist.
Yeah.
You
in
was
my head.
asking Madden.
See, now if we're gonna be corny about it, I'm serious. If we're gonna be corny about it, most people who probably usually do lay down usually go through the set motions in the beginning. I'm gonna be missionary, then I'm gonna go back door, then I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna end like that. But
Nah,
as you
that's what
become
it's
more advanced, then it becomes more natural. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying.
Because you, I believe you play into your conditioning of where your arousal disorders, because it starts out as an arousal disorder, because I feel like you thinking about you first. There's very few people I think that jump into the game and go, I want to make sure that person's good before me, starting out at a very immature age. You want to please the person.
Right.
You didn't want them to say
Yeah.
you a whack, but you really thought about, let me make sure they get theirs first before I get mine.
Yeah,
As a teenager,
because at the
as a
end-
teenager, I wasn't thinking that at 14.
I was
Nah,
because
nah,
I don't want
14, I
nobody
was
talking
good.
about me crazy in the streets.
Nah, but I felt like I was good even if I got mine, that they wasn't gonna say nothing.
But not see,
At
at least
14.
I felt like I wasn't worried about like guaranteeing she got hers before me.
Of course you
But my
did.
thing was like, yo, if I'm cracking, I can't finish unless I know she did.
See, I'm
You know
that's
what I'm
me.
saying?
That's me. And I don't get turned on if I'm not putting it down or at least pleasing the woman.
If you look disinterested,
I'm off.
gone.
I'm thrown off.
Yeah.
I can't even flow anymore.
I'm a big
then-
face guy. If
then
I look at your face and
Yeah.
there's nothing going on,
Then-
it's over.
See, but you gotta try the Shaolin monk technique sometime, man. Turn the lights
Fuck
off.
is this
Turn the lights
Shaolin
off.
monk technique?
Nah.
Can't see nobody's eyes with the lights on. You know,
But
that's
now-
something you never had in the dark sex before.
But see now, then I get
Come on.
insecure.
Yeah,
Lights off, but
yeah,
now I'm
yeah.
thinking to myself because now I'm looking at. I cannot concentrate if I can't see what's going on.
Exactly. I need
So
the
now-
lights. I need
so
the
now
lights.
if
I
lights
need
is
the
off,
lights, no
I
lights
think
are
like
good.
lights is off and I'm cracking. It could sound good, it could feel good, but if I don't hear nothing from you, I'm thinking you like this.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
You never had a gargoyle. Somebody who had a decent, somebody who had a nice body, but their face wasn't. Yeah,
You know,
everybody had gargoyle sex
I've
before.
had that before, and that girl was the first one ever that I looked at her face, and I'm like, I stopped everything I was doing.
But you know what you got to do with that, right?
But hold on, I said, are you even enjoying yourself? I stopped everything going on. I asked her, are you even enjoying
what'd she
yourself?
say?
She said, you don't see my legs shaking? I said, that got nothing.
But with the gargoyle and the mumra,
that shit sounds scripted too, man.
but anyway, what I did in the past is that when it had a gargoyle or a Miss Piggy or
it's those ugly monsters that's on the corner of the building.
Somebody that
what?
butt her face, one of those, butt her face,
unattractive.
So what you gotta do in those situations is you gotta focus on a body part. So you gotta focus on the ass and just stay right there. Or if you're into legs, focus on the calf. Yeah. If she got pretty feet, just focus on that. Some part of her body,
a highlight feature.
You just gotta stay there though. You can't go nowhere else.
Yeah, your eyes gotta be affixed.
That's how you get through the situation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He's correct. He's correct on that.
That's how you get
He's
through the
correct on
situation.
that. Yeah. See, and now you trying to tell me you would rather. Because we said we all agreed that if we were going to teach somebody, it would be a son, not a daughter. Yeah. So you trying to tell me that it wouldn't be better to just give these little nuggets to your son or not, and let him have to figure all that out by himself? Nah, little things like that. You could tell him, yo, man, if you ever get a gargoyle, go in the dark and go Shaolin technique blindfold, or you know what? Look at a body part, the calf or a fucking shin, whatever the fuck you look at. What?
I never looked at it like that. I mean,
dudes did it all the time back in the days on the basketball court. Dudes would play ball, and then once they finished, then they'd be like, yo, the other day I had this and that and that and the third. You could act like you were listening or weren't listening, but you were listening.
Yeah.
And if it sounded like something that never piqued your own creativity, you said,
but
you stored it.
Yeah, but what you were saying though, like things throw me off. Like if she's not into it, and some people could fake it. Some people could fake it, but I know. But all right.
That's a whole different story.
Yeah.
Skinny you or you now?
Skinny.
But I can tell when somebody's faking it. I can tell. Yeah. So I'm not gonna be into it.
But now see, when I faked it, I was in the dark. Shorty couldn't see me.
Oh God!
So I was like, I'm good.
Yeah. I've done it too. I think every guy has done it before. Just like every one.
I can't fake it if the lights is on.
Man, you gotta be a complex fake if you do that. One time I faked so bad that it was like reverse from behind, and this Jamaican kid up in college. Remember the dudes on the soccer team? That's all they talked about was soccer and sex, man. From behind, do. Nothing was happening for me, so I said, you ain't hear the snort, but spit right on the backside, man. And then after I spit, I was like, Yo. Just don't go.
You have to hit them.
Yeah, and then let it drizzle and then be like that. I'm like, you're good? Yeah.
But let me ask you another question. Since you wouldn't be that detailed with your daughters, obviously, would you suggest the mother be that detailed with the girls, like as far as like how to give top, the guac 3000 and all of that?
See, and I'm sexist for that. Because I say no. So, but I know that's me being sexist because I'm sure that there's some females out there that would answer, yeah, I don't see why not. So for me to say that I know better for their gender than they do, then I feel like I'm wrong. But me personally, I'm so conditioned to not even like hearing into that. I would say no. Or I would say they could do things, tell them things that are like along the lines of just making sure that they get where they need to go. Girl, this is how you do it. If he ain't good at it, this is what you do to get there. But as far as telling her how to, ultra deep throat, nah.
I've been told by my mother, never no kind of detail on the female's perspective. Make sure you do this, do that. Never once, even as an adult, grown man, I've never been told that.
Okay.
I think the most my mother has ever told me was, make sure you get yours too.
Oh, she told you that?
Yeah. But I think
Wow.
that
So it did happen.
right. So, but that was like to the extent. If we're talking about detail, that's the most detail I ever got. So now that could leave me with questions and not leave me with questions. I couldn't know exactly what you're talking about, or I could have another question, but I never dared ask my mother another question like pertaining to that. Like, what you mean?
She sound like Mickey from Rocky, man. She just got to the point.
Yo,
Fuck that
straight. You never watch? Wait. This. Hold up, man.
If you don't know Rocky, that's crazy.
I've seen Rocky. Don't know who Mickey is.
Nah. See, this is what I'm talking about. Like, this is where the ageism thing comes in. But it's like it's not really ageism because art is timeless. Rocky series is timeless. It is timeless.
I know who Rocky is.
But when I was bringing up Eddie Murphy and I was telling anybody that hasn't experienced, you know Eddie, but you don't know Eddie because you probably haven't watched his earlier works, right?
Right.
Probably haven't. So what I'm saying is that this is art. Art is timeless. So when art is great, it's a thing where you should experience that. You should try to open your mind and look at things because when you look at certain things from the past, it opens up doors like, wow, you'd be amazed. Like, it kind of like juxtaposed today to like, man, what I'm looking at now is trash compared to this. Really, it does. And Rocky,
and okay, get it. Finish your statement.
Rocky is a beast of a platform. How many movies? Like 5, 6?
Just do this. You know what Rocky is, right? Because you watched the one with the Apollo series now, right? Just think,
Creed.
if something was made in 79, Creed.
That's
If
part
you
of
never
Rocky.
finished the first one.
Oh, you didn't like it?
Not that I didn't like it. I think if I remember correctly, I walked in the room to someone watching it, and I walked out because I wanted to watch it. I don't think I ever got around to actually sitting down and watching it on my own. So it was like I seen like 10 minutes of it, whatever. And I was like, let me dip out.
So even on this lens,
But I know the story that the movie
just to think
follows.
something made it from 1978 or 9 till
of
now,
course, of
that
course.
is insanely insane.
yeah.
That shows the originality and that shows the.
But Sylvester Stallone, he's still that's a
He's
timeless
an icon.
actor.
He's
it's
King of Tulsa.
You can't know Sylvester Stallone without knowing who Rocky is.
It's
Sylvester
crazy.
Stallone started in porn.
And Mickey.
No, he didn't.
Word to Pharaoh. That's word to Pharaoh. May his soul rest in peace.
No,
Yes, he did.
No.
Yo, you can look it up on your iPhone.
Nah.
Yo, Sylvester Stallone started in porn.
And Mickey
I never
was
saw
it was
I never
Rocky's
saw it.
trainer.
Yeah.
That's who Mickey is. Rocky's trainer.
For boxing, not for the porn. Because you got to make that clear.
That's a great
How do you
area.
train?
No, he doesn't know. He doesn't
But
know.
how do you train somebody for porn? Like in the porno? Like
You
just tell them,
not hitting the camera angle right. You got to
put the leg up like lift her leg up like this.
Get the golden lasso.
Put her leg down, put your foot down on her head or some shit like
They'll
that.
charge. Nah. Yeah.
Yo, we need you to get that again. We didn't get it the first clip.
And just to think, they are retakes in porn. Yeah, remember they always talk about arguing in the industry and dudes got to take pills and injections and all that.
Oh
shit.
yeah, and they get the surgeries.
Yeah, that ain't normal.
No.
What ain't surgeries? The donkey surgery.
Some
the
of dudes
enlargement?
be jerking off right here, talking to the girl. They
But they get
spitting
the-
on their shit right here.
But they get the donkey.
Yo, they spitting on their shit like this.
Nah,
Let me pause you right there. Do that gesture again.
No. That's a late flag.
it's all good. It's all good.
That's a late flag.
Yeah, but they get the
You brought up
donkey.
the surgeries.
They get the donkey enlargements and enhancements and all of that. And I touched on this before. I just don't want. A lot of these guys are sus. They gay because a lot of the porno guys.
I agree.
Okay, I can see that.
Because you in another room. First of all, when you 18, 17, 15, you could do the trains and all that. That's cool.
I
but-
never did one.
all right, good. You never.
Yeah, no,
but
that
when you
kinda
get
grossed me
older,
out.
when you become a man now, I don't want to be in another room with another nigga naked. I don't want to see you. Once I see you, I'm turned off.
Yeah.
And these dudes in porn, they both getting hit from one chick and both donkeys is touching each other. That's wild.
They knife
So let me
fighting.
ask you a question.
They knife fighting.
This could be a trick question as hard as difficult as you make it.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Any point in your life.
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever think to yourself that you have one friend that you would go on a 2-man with, that you would chew the train with? Hey yo,
You talking about me now or me back in
At any
my
point
youth?
in your life, you was like, yo, if whatever shorty asked me to bring my mans and we gonna crack her together,
No.
did you already preset a
No,
friend that you would
no,
ask?
no, because I don't have that sus gene inside me. So you have to have that sus gene to be like thinking of a nigga like I'm gonna bring somebody tag teaming.
But
No.
you think it gotta be about you like being sus?
Yeah, I'm not. If it happens, like back in the days, it just happened random. Like you just hear, but I'm not. Shorty, all right, let me call up my man.
I think you think of an alley oop. Like if you hit somebody and you knew that they were like a straight, slug,
Yeah.
and you say, yo, shorty does this, that, and the third. Yo, I
Well,
can set it up. You hit it without me being there. You know, yeah, that's you. But to say, yo, man, I could imagine
To think of
if
one
Don
person,
P,
like-
if Don P was standing right
Yo,
here,
I could just-
and I was, that don't even start right.
like-
that don't even start right.
Shorty, let me call P real quick.
Yo,
Like,
that's
that sounds-
nah. To
That's
your
illmatic.
question, no, I never had those thoughts.
I
ever.
did.
You did?
What?
But
Oh,
not
no.
in the sus fashion.
Where's the
Nah,
flag?
cause no,
No, hold on.
He's talking about a female friend. He's talking about a female friend.
No.
Oh,
Whatever woman, right?
Mm-hmm.
Not in a sus fashion, but I knew if the opportunity was ever brought up and I'm like, gotta do it. I knew who I was calling because my man's is gonna follow through. It had nothing to do with like it being him, whatever like that,
Oh,
right? But I'm
I
thinking
got
like,
you.
yo, I don't care if homie bigger than me, nothing like that. I know my boy's gonna have my back.
Okay.
That's how I was thinking of it.
Okay.
you mean like
okay.
if this girl wants to be pleasured in that manner and you had to rely on somebody to call?
Yeah,
This
yeah.
is okay.
I'm
Cool.
like, I'm gonna call homie.
Straighten
He
that
gonna be
out.
like, yo, that's low gate. Nah. Need you
Right.
to just come help me confirm a kill.
Confirm a kill. He said it like as if when he gets to the bedroom, he gonna go. You know how they be like this with the gun. They be like, ho.
I forget what the movie is called. I think it's The Phantom. You ever heard
Yeah,
that one?
it was
I
The
heard-
Phantom
I heard
of the
The
Opera?
Phantom.
Yeah. The Phantom.
I think that's what it's called. I don't know. I might have that wrong.
I don't think-
But
but
you
I-
cracking,
Yeah.
right? Whatever. Shorty, blindfolded or not, facing the other way, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You cracking, boom.
Oh, I know
You
exactly.
tag out.
Oh,
And then
yeah.
your man's pop
Oh,
up and you wave to her.
You did that. You told me one
Yeah,
time.
but I didn't wave like he said. I didn't wave like. Nah. But y'all call it Phantom. No.
I think that's what it's called.
Yeah. No, I was my one and only was that what you just said right there. But I didn't do the wave and nothing like that. We just
What
exit.
is the
But you
wave?
tagged
Show
out.
me what the wave looks like.
The wave can be whatever you want, but you gotta have Shorty facing the window or the door or something that she can
But
see.
what would
you.
a wave look like? Like if it was happening now, show me the wave what it would look like if I knew it was my turn. I'm over here. I'm getting myself set up. I got my ammo.
But see now that's the thing. I'm not waving to you. I'm not waving to home.
All right, but how would I
I'm
know?
waving to Shorty. She gonna look at the window. I'm gonna be like,
Oh, he did this. He did this.
That shit look like It's like a horror movie.
yeah, ghost.
It's like it.
You thought that was me, bitch.
You said the wave.
Oh man. Well, for the people, man, there's no disrespect, respectfully, for anybody's sexual preference. You know what I'm saying? This is just jokes.
Yeah, it is what it is.
You know, it ain't coming from nobody, man. Just wanted to say that for the people.
The wave.
You want to be spicy, you throw a little smile in
The
there.
wave.
Yeah.
Well, here goes a question for the next functional frequency theme. If you had a loved one that was locked up and it wasn't their fault, they were innocent, would you wait? And if you would, how long? Right?
Yeah, that's a
Let's
good
go
one,
for
man.
that.
That's a good one.
How long would you wait? Or would you even wait? You know?
We'll touch on that next week.
Touch on that next week.
All right.
But wait.
What's up, E? What's up, E?
Because we went on this whole thing about
Tangent.
birds and the bees,
Yeah.
whatever. Because, like I said, I've never specifically had that talk.
Mm-hmm.
Title of the lecture, whatever you want to call it.
Mm-hmm.
Why the birds and the bees? Because I never got that.
I never got it
story.
either, so I can't
That's
answer
what
the
I'm saying.
question.
I don't know. Why not be like the woman in the store? Whatever. However you
If
want
I have to
do it.
guess, just
I
off the
never
top
had
of
that.
my head, I would say birds are mostly related to seeds and bees are related to the honey. that would be my wild guess.
Young people just go out there, be safe, obviously. Protect yourselves.
Please.
Do that data mining, as Seven brought up before. Know who you're dealing with, know who you're talking with. Take your time before, giving your body up to someone. And go from there. And then, hey, watch some porn, too. I learned a lot from that shit. So I'm not going to put that down, for real.
Yeah.
So
porn is cool, as long as you don't get
before
those
we
real
end the
unrealistic
episode,
expectations.
I want a little bonus clip out there.
Yeah, no doubt. Do your thing.
Because it's current events, and I know we spoke very little off camera about this.
Oh, yeah.
About the whole Cynthia Erivo, Ariana Grande mess that's going on, right? So I don't know what background information y'all have.
I know about Ariana Grande, but I don't know about the other female that you're talking about.
Okay.
The chick from Wicked.
Yes, both of them, the co-stars.
Well, the
Ariana
bald-headed
Grande.
black one. I mean,
That one.
Yeah.
She's like Grace Jones?
That one.
Grace Jones vibes.
Grace Jones vibes.
Strong cranial features.
Only because we spoke on the whole sex education and we hinted at the whole LGBTQ HDMI 4K situation.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I want to read y'all a comment, right?
Oh, yeah, let's hear it.
Uh-oh.
So, but now this is all going off of, right? We know same-sex relations is a thing.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah, that's fine.
No,
Yeah.
Before it was okay, before it wasn't, what we know it was a thing.
It is what it is now.
So now, backstory, because I don't know what you guys know. Ariana Grande, Cynthia Erivo, they're the co-stars of the movie Wicked. Mm-hmm. Wicked is like backstory and post-story of The Wizard of Oz.
Wizard of
Oz.
So they remade these movies. Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande, when they're doing interviews or any kind of advertisements for their movie, whatever, you always see them together.
Okay.
And there's a big thing going on about now that Cynthia Erivo seems very possessive of Ariana Grande. In the sense where, obviously, they're two huge celebrities. You can't knock them both for either one.
Fendi. Facts.
But if me and P's walking outside together,
Okay.
and someone want to take a picture, they run up to Pete, they throw their arm around him, they throw the phone up. I'm not gonna now come and throw myself in the mix like yo back up, son. I'm not gonna do that.
That's
if
extra.
somebody's shaking your hand, I'm not gonna pull them off of you and make sure you straight.
She's
I'm
possessive.
not doing that. That's mad extra.
Yeah.
She's
Right?
possessive.
Yeah.
Sounds like
To
she's
some extent.
sounds
To
like
some
she's in a
extent.
relationship with her.
Well,
You would think so.
Yeah.
But they class themselves as demisexual, right?
I'm gonna read you the quote.
All right,
Okay,
let's
I'll
hear it.
read you the quote. But that's all backstory to what I'm about to read you, right? So it's been a question: are they in a relationship? Are they not in a relationship? What's going on? Because when they made the first Wicked movie, there was word, or not word, it was factual, that Ariana Grande and the dude Ethan Slater, who was another actor in the movie, I don't know his backstory, but whatever. He's married or was married with a child or children. I don't know the facts, but Ariana Grande and Ethan Slater had a thing going on to the point where Ethan, the dude, left his wife and kid to pursue whatever other situation is going on with Ariana Grande. Right? I don't know what happened with that. I don't know where that led. But to answer all the questions about the possessiveness of these two female co-stars, here's the quote. Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande finally cleared the air. We are in a non-demi-curious, semi-binary relationship.
What?
To then further explain from Cynthia, it means we are not actually a couple,
Right.
but we are curious about what that could mean and everything she's demented.
That's what I say for that comment right there.
No, that was perfect.
They
timing.
doing
I forgot about that.
I call that doing the most without doing nothing at all. What is all these connotations? We this, we that. Y'all together. Yo, listen, man. This generation. Yo,
lost me
y'all
with the
fucking
second
or
part.
y'all not? Y'all fucking or y'all not? What is all this?
Yeah.
Demi this, that, the third.
The demisexual I get, but the second part
Listen,
I don't.
I don't know what
I don't
demisexual
care
is.
about what it is. I don't care about all that. Y'all together or y'all not? What is all that other shit about? Who cares?
They just like
Who
making
cares?
things sound classy.
No.
A demisexual is just simply somebody who says that I'm in love with you for your emotion that you have towards me. But people have that all the time. But nobody's ever went and made up a jazzy catchphrase for it. But you said the what? Binary what?
Binary codes. You said the binary code from the T2 Terminator. Like, what are we talking about?
I'll read it again. We are in a non-demi-curious, semi-binary relationship. So non-demi-curious and semi-binary. I don't know what the fuck none of that means.
You dropping the burner. You dropping the burner.
Yeah.
You stay bringing the gun, right? Yeah, you brought a gun last episode. Whoever it is, kill the shit out of the nigga that did that to your bumper.
I need another drink after the binary talk. I mean,
But that's what I'm talking about.
Come on,
so
man.
now I'm not knocking none of the LGBTQ nothing.
I don't knock that
I'm
at
not
all.
knocking it all.
But when you
what the fuck does that mean?
That's a lot to remember too. That alphabet is gonna go until they start coming back.
That's why
you're gonna see shit like
that's
this.
why I put this up.
Like, but then there goes the thing. If they got all of that going on, what did it mean when the guy was messing with her? Did the boy, the chick, get jealous of her? Of him?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying.
Was he in down with it?
That's what I'm saying. I don't know. Because now all the hype went from him leaving his wife and kid to dating Ariana. But she has a whole repertoire of that, apparently. I'm not too into it. But if that's the last I've ever heard of you, of female and male, and now it's female, and you're not giving a straight answer. Because I know if I ask a female that I know, you was messing with a dude last week, I see you rocking around with Shorty, based off the vibes I'm getting from seeing y'all together, right, you
It's all good. Or you
But if I
start.
ask you, yo, what? Tell me straight up. Y'all fucking, you not fucking. We're in a non-denominational semi-Bible. Bro, say it in English, gang. What are you talking about?
Hitting you with a computer program, right?
Yeah.
A computer program.
And this ain't no
Like,
Excel sheet, nigga.
Come on,
What are you talking about?
Stop it and stop it now.
Yeah,
man, for real,
it's too
man.
much.
Like,
It's too much.
This is wild to me, man.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm gonna
listen,
make something up
and-
soon too.
And the thing, you should.
I am.
You should. Hey, listen, I ain't got no problem with nobody's sexual preference.
Yeah.
Just tell me who you are. You a stud, you this, you that, whatever. It's fine. I'm Gucci. But when you start getting all technical and coming up with new terms and the fuck out of here with that. What is that?
I know
know.
7 like conspiracy theories.
Yeah, I love it.
love it.
I love it. I love it.
I know you fuck with that.
I love it.
But now another situation, if
Uh-oh.
we're gonna include the both of them, everyone that's been an actor on the Wicked set has come out excessively skinny, excessive weight loss, and it's visible. So now, because you like conspiracy theories, do you want to throw in the fact like, yo, there might be some shit going on? Because now, is it culty? Because now everyone's losing weight, and there's physical evidence, there's photo evidence of an actor before they acted on Wicked versus after the new release, and they've lost. Exaggeration, but to give you a visual, you're losing about 100 pounds.
Oh, the director,
Exaggeration.
The director's motivating them with cocaine.
Okay, if you want to say that.
I
But
get-
now,
Crack.
what would bring you from your sexual experiences changing that now we got this whole question thing versus the weight loss? Like, do you think there's any kind of correlation? Like,
Of
this
course.
was a culty shit?
Of course.
And you got this close together because there was no outside interaction.
But he said it earlier.
What?
This is their skinny version of themselves.
Yeah, nah, this is
their skinny version.
That's deeper than rap. There, that's what he talking about is some ritualistic type stuff.
Yeah,
like,
that's what I'm saying.
that means that sooner or later one of them is going to be expired.
Because I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but I know 7 like that
Yeah,
shit.
expired. Yeah, expired.
I know 7 like that shit.
said
I'm
like
not a
they know.
conspiracy theorist, but like, do you think there's any kind of correlation?
I do. One of them is going to be expired sooner or later. They're going to be gone.
Ariana Grande or Cynthia Erivo?
One of them is going to be.
Not just any actor.
Did anybody die previously from that
No.
chain? Oh, I'm sticking with what I said. I believe that they getting fly off of some vanilla midgets of cocaine, man. They hitting a nice vanilla midget.
This is wild. What the fuck is a vanilla midget?
a little short, little.
Oh, okay.
Hey, they go for it, man. They snot box. Eskimo fuel.
What are we talking about? yo?
the X-ray.
She's an evil Smurf. Turned white.
Yo, you asked me. That's what I think, man.
But anyway, like Seven said, the question he posed, we're going to touch on that next week. And you know what Don P always says at a time like this, do the day and let the day do you. We
Hey,
out.
yo.
Elephant in the room. I came to sweep you niggas up as if I came with a broom. Hey. Yeah, I'm a king, I'm a dawn. I'ma rise and rise till I fall into my